So what's coming? So that one-to-one parity where people are going to choose you. So I mean, the lead aggregators, again, don't come for me after this, but the price is going to go up probably because they're not going to be able to like sell it 1,700 times, right? They're just only going to be able to give it to the companies where that homeowner actively chose you. So the bad news is the price may go up. The good news is the intention is higher. I say this all the time. Would you rather have 20 leads where you set 19 of them, or would you rather get 40 leads where you set 19 of them? So I think less work for people calling and higher intention, because now when you call them, hi, it's Amy. I'm calling from Bob's Windows. It's like, oh yeah, I chose Bob's Windows. I know Bob's Windows. I intended to choose Bob Windows. They didn't just randomly call me because I filled out some sort of random form online 3 weeks ago. So the intention is there.
And not only does the intention help your business because you're spending less and setting more, but if you have a call center, that morale is so important too, and they feel like they're more successful, that they're not dialing 300 folks a day and connecting with 2, they're going to be connecting with more people.
Yeah, and even if you don't have a call, even if you just have a couple of people calling, now they don't have to call all those people that were never interested in you in the first place, right? Where you're fighting with it. Look, if you're a smaller company, you're competing against big giant companies like mine. And speed to lead for us is everything, like 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 10 seconds, how fast can we get to that lead? If you're a smaller contractor and you don't, and you're sort of managing your business with a cell phone or, someone in the office, couple people in the office, it's really hard to compete. Totally. So a couple things that you can do though, also most of the lead aggregators, if you're buying leads from them, they have a profile that you can set up. Make sure your profile has beautiful pictures and make sure it's all filled out. Because I can't tell you, now if they're choosing you, make sure you give them all the information that they might need to make the right decision. So we just kind of made a random list of all the things that we're measuring, and you guys, I'm sure, are measuring things in your own business, right? So number of raw leads. What's a raw lead? Everybody's got a different definition. To me, it's like a name and a phone number, right? That's just a raw lead. However you got it, it was a name and a phone number. Cost per lead. How much did it cost you to get that lead, to get that name and phone number?
Raw to set, so how many raw leads you generated and how many of those raw leads actually set an appointment with you. Set to net issue, for us, a net issue means that we knocked on the door. So how many folks that we set an appointment with, how many did we actually get to the home, we did the confirmation call, all of that.
Speed to meet, the day that you set the appointment to the day that you knocked on the door.
Yep.
I mean, we all know, like the shorter that period of time is, the higher propensity you have of actually getting in the house. So you're not setting things out more than 30, my rule of thumb is, 3 days. Yeah. But, again, we'll get to a slide where I talk about capacity.
Yeah. Speed to lead. So like Amy mentioned, how fast are you calling that lead? And again, that might change come 2025, might not be as prevalent. Leakage and cancellation. So how many folks are you losing that you set an appointment with that they don't follow through with that demo or that net issue? Marketing cost, we all know what this means. How much of your sales are you spending on marketing? Cost per net issue or demo. Again, how much did it cost us to knock on the door? This is a number that I love to share with the sales team, to say this is how much that we spent for you to go to that home and have an interaction with that customer. Demo rate, so how many presentations our sales team is actually able to get off. Finance rejects. The most scary concept in marketing, in my opinion, that no one talks about. We were talking about that last night. But and then rescission. So after that, during that 3-day right of rescission period, how many people back out? And then again, like Amy put in here, all the above can vary by product, by market, and by source, and by team. I mean, depending on who you have, can really impact these numbers.
Yeah, we had a funny thing happen at Great Day, where this is before I started, where they couldn't actually decide on what a demo was across all the brands. Well, a demo is where you give a price. Well, a demo is when you give, well, what about a one leg? Well, so we call them meets now. It's like kinder, gentler demo. So we call them meets. And what is a meet? A meet is that the sales rep walked through the door. That was one thing that we could all agree on, was that meant that they actually had an opportunity to have a conversation. So however you measure, there are metrics, and all these metrics have metrics. And again, all of these metrics by product, by if you have multiple branches, what are these, how are the branches matching up, month to date, year to date, trailing 12 months. Like, you can make yourself crazy with these KPIs, but the point is that there are so many different ways in which you can measure and try to squeeze a little bit more juice out of the orange, lemon, to get the most out of the leads that you're paying. And they haven't gotten any less expensive. I mean, let's face it, everything's more expensive.
Yeah.
And so, you really, every lead matters.